Okay, greetings and thank you so much for watching this video. I'm hoping that just like the video that I made for the fake book project, you will watch this with your children, your child rather, from my class, and really hopefully this will help them in the final week before exhibition is due. Exhibition, this is our first year doing it at Auslander since we're now an IB certified school. It's a special celebration for their IB experience that fifth graders do. There is a writing piece, a visual piece, and an oral presentation, and it's a big deal. In fact, the big day will be May 16th from 10:30 to 1 p.m. The community is invited to come and see the students' presentations, and it's just like the Living Museum. It'll be very much like the Living Museum, except it's going to be throughout the entire building, the gym, the media center, as well as the computer lab. Okay, so I created so I'm making this video to send out to you guys. I'll also include a couple other links. Again, this is homework for your child to watch this with you. I think it's going to be really helpful for you guys to sit down and watch this together. Okay, so the first piece is the writing piece. Okay, it's a multi-paragraph research piece, expositional writing, informational writing, that is. And the first paragraph, first of all, students have been researching their topic. This is a topic that they selected, that they're interested in. It's a local problem, or at least some sort of problem that they're fascinated by, and they want to find out how to solve this problem. Some students are studying bullying, some students are studying dogfighting, so on and so forth. The first paragraph of their research paper should really just tell us what this problem is, define it. What is this problem like? What does it look like? What are the dates? What are the facts? What are the numbers? Okay, and students should be using their research notes to help them with this. Of course, they'll have a bibliography at the end that will be scored as well. Okay, a big thing that students sometimes struggle with is, according to such and such. I kind of want some of that in their research to kind of show where they got their sources. And of course, they all need to be cited in their exhibition folders. Okay. The second, and this is just, by the way, this is just the minimum. This is bare bones. Some students will write a whole lot more than this. The second paragraph deals with causation and change. What caused this problem? What has it caused? How has it changed over the years? Why is it the way that it is? Things like that. Okay. Also from your notes. Paragraph 3, again, bare minimum. The third paragraph might be about responsibility. Whose responsibility is it? What can I do about this? What should the government do about this? How can we solve this problem? Also from your notes. We'll go to the next page. Here we go. Next page. Paragraph 4. Bare minimum again. Deals with action. All the students are responsible to take action, whether it's before exhibition or take action after exhibition. In fact, all of these writing pieces will be typed on something that I've created called kidblog.org. I sent an email about that earlier. Kidblog is amazing. It's a totally safe way for kids to blog. They will type their paper on Kidblog. Kidblog looks just like Microsoft Word, so it's very familiar to the students. And then when they're done, they'll click publish, and I will approve it. And when I click publish on my end, it's published, and anyone who has the link, so I'm going to send the link to our blog to parents, to my parents. My mom's a retired 4th grade teacher. I'm sure she'll send it to some of her retired teacher friends. And before you know it, hopefully you'll send the link to some people as well. Before you know it, a lot of people will read these blogs, and the students' message will be spread. And that's one way to spread awareness. That's taking action. Now, let's say my mother reads a great piece of writing on how to stop dogfighting, and maybe she's moved and she wants to make a comment on that blog. She can do that. She will comment on the blog. But to keep this safe, that comment does not get published on the blog until I, the moderator, Mr. Auslander, approve the comment. So it's a way for students to get their writing out and their message out, as well as have people comment on the writing in a totally safe way. Anyway, we want kids to take action. And action could be simple as passing out brochures, writing to a congressman. It could be as huge as volunteering your time at a pit bull rescue. It should be related, of course, to their inquiry, to their exhibition. And there should be a paragraph about what their action will be. When they present, they should talk about what their action will be. And if they actually did their action plan before the exhibition, before May 16th, they can certainly include photos and video and so on and so forth in the presentation. Okay? Okay. Also, students will need to create some sort of visual. There's a rubric on the visual that I will talk about. The visual could be a poster board, and in this packet that I'm going to send home that is included on this video, you can buy a $3 poster board from us, from Mrs. Uyghur, or you can buy your own. It's up to you. Some students will want to do one of those trifold poster boards. Some students will make a visual on a computer like PowerPoint, iMovie, something along those lines. Okay? And of course, you'll give an oral presentation. Those are three of the ways that this project is scored. Okay? Here, this is the flyer that went home, and it's included again. For $3, you may purchase a trifold presentation board for exhibition. Just put the students' names on it and circle Auslander, and we'll get you that. We'll get you the board. Again, if you want to buy it on your own, you're welcome to. If money is an option, we'll talk in private, and we can arrange for you to get a presentation board if your child wants to do it on a poster board. Some students will want to do it totally on the computer, and that's okay. Okay, here's the rubric for the visual. The visual piece is worth 4, 8, 12, 16 points out of 16. Okay. Each of these sections is worth 4, 3, 2, or 1 point. So it's worth 4 points each. Okay. For the presentation, for the visual, whether that's on the computer or on the poster board, it needs to be informative yet concise. It has to have the central idea. The students know what that is. The line of inquiry, or lines of inquiry. The students know what that is as well. All the information on that visual should be in the student's own words. So maybe they'll be writing a reflection or writing some of the important information that they researched. That should all be in their own words. It should never be plagiarized. And this is huge right here. If somebody, let's say their poster or their iMovie or their PowerPoint was up and that student was not there to present, whoever was reading that poster, that visual, would be able to understand what the message was. That's important. It should be carefully edited. That's for 4 points, without many errors at all. It should be neat, and it should show a lot of time, effort, and creativity. And altogether, that's 16 points. And that's for the visual, whether it be on poster board, on a computer, so on and so forth. Okay. This form, this is what we're going over in class today, but it'll come home as well. This will help the students, if they're doing a poster, kind of organize it. Notice the trifold. 1, 2, 3. The students can kind of organize and plan where they're going to put things. These are some things to remember to try to include. But really look back on that rubric to remember that you're having everything on the rubric on your poster board or on your iMovie or PowerPoint. Okay. Okay, I got to flip this. Can I flip it? Okay. Struggling here. I cannot flip this. Okay, no big deal. So the oral presentation is included in this as well. Talks about you need eye contact, body language, poise, enthusiasm, clear voice, and you need to be an expert on the topic. Altogether, that will be worth 12 points. This rubric will be attached in the packet that will go home as well. This is upside down too, no big deal. This is how I grade the writing piece. It's the 6 traits I-step rubric. The students are familiar with this. That will go home as well. And lastly, the students will be scored as well on their research. In their exhibition folders, There are learning logs, notes, bibliography pages. They're scored also on the process of taking notes and doing their research. Okay, so that is that. If you have any questions on exhibition, please contact me. And hopefully this was clear, somewhat at least. This is our first year doing this. Anytime you do something for the first time, you can always improve on it. But I'm really excited to see students being creative, following through on their passions. They pick their topics, something they were passionate about. I'm excited to see how they're going to take action. We have an amazing, amazing class, and I just can't wait to see what their final projects will look like. Again, May 16th. I believe it's 10:30 to 1 p.m. That's when the students are presenting to the community. But I'm saying that it's actually due May 14th. Hold on. The 16th is a Thursday, 15th is a Wednesday. May 13th. Sorry. May 13th, that's a Monday. And the reason it's due May 13th is because students will be presenting to first and second grade in the classrooms. So our class will be assigned Miss Johnson's first grade class and Miss Gilchrist's second grade class. And some students will be presenting from our class to those students. First grade and second grade classes will come down and watch our students present. Some on the 13th, some on the 14th, and we'll continue practicing on the 15th, so that on the 16th they'll have practiced a bunch and they'll be ready to perform in front of the whole school. So even though it's available to the community, parents and friends and so on and so forth on the 16th, the project is actually due on the 13th. So with the zoo trip on Wednesday, with field day on Thursday, we are running short of time. We have been working on this for a lot. We've gone to the computer lab every day last week. It's the only homework really they've had for a little while has just been to do research. So any questions, please let me know. And thank you so much for your support.